Very nice to see you all, dear students. 600 students. இப்போ நான் உங்களுக்கு 6th இங்கிலீஷில் யூனிட் 1ல் இருக்கிற ப்ரோஸ் டீச் பண்ண போகிறேன். Listen to the prose. It will be in English, okay? Don't worry. Yesterday I already gave the Tamil explanation link. Now I am going to present my English explanation link, okay? We are going to see the lesson Who Owns the Water? Unit 1 Prose. I will be teaching you fully. Okay? Right. We'll go into the story now. This story is fully about a hole. How a shallow becomes a big watering hole. I mean, it finally becomes a big, decent pond. Okay? We'll go into the first part of the story. We'll be having 3 parts here. Section 1, 2 and 3. We'll go into section 1 now. Okay. So, section 1 tells us about a little bird. You know what that bird does? The bird, it goes to a village, a small village. Okay. It goes and looks for a place to lay the eggs. Okay, the bird searches a place to lay her eggs. Unfortunately, the bird did not find any place to lay her eggs. So the bird, out of desperation, finally finds a shallow. What is a shallow? Shallow is a hole which is not so deep, just a small hole. Okay, that is called shallow. So the bird makes the shallow into a comfortable hole, slightly bigger, to lay her eggs. After making the hole comfortable, the bird lays her eggs. Finally, the eggs are hatched and the young ones come out of those eggs. Okay? Until the young ones grow bigger, the bird takes much care and the bird gives much protection to those young ones. The bird looks after her young ones. And you know, the end of section 1 is that the bird, along with her grown babies, fly away finally. Okay? Finally, the bird flies along with her babies. Okay? So, that is all about your section 1. Now we'll go into section 2, part 2. Okay? We find a wild boar, that means pigs that live in forest, right? Wild pigs. Okay, we find a wild pig here, and the pig, you know, what is he doing? He goes near that same hole which the bird lived. Before the arrival of the wild pig, the hole was dusty and the hole was untenanted. Untenanted means what? Untenanted means the place which is not occupied by anyone. Okay? So the pig goes to that hole and places his rump. Rump means the back part of our body, the place which we used to sit. Okay? The pig uses its rump to sit to place himself in the hole. Unfortunately, the hole is not comfortable for him. So he makes the hole by rolling here and there. He makes the hole bigger and bigger to his size. He makes the hole much comfortable to himself, for him to sleep and for him to rest comfortably. Finally, the pig sleeps in that hole comfortably, stretching his body here and there. Okay, stretching his front and back legs, your fore and hind limbs. In science, they use the word, right? Yes. So, the pig sleeps comfortably and gets up, hearing the rumble sound in his stomach. It means the pig's stomach gets ready to eat. It means he gets ready to get up. I mean, he had the feeling that he must get up. He gets up from that hole and he ran away from that hole. So that is about all about section 2, and now we'll move on to section 3. So part 3. Okay, in part 3 we have 2 events here. No, 3 events actually. Do you know what they are? I'll tell you now. Firstly we find wild dogs smelling the scent of the wild boar. The dogs are coming, smelling the scent. I mean, they felt the scent of the pig so much. They are coming near the hole and they are pushing the sand as if they are pulling the pig itself out from the ground. They are trying their best to find out the pig, but actually the pig is missing. Okay, right. The pig is missing and they sniffed and snuffed here and there. They tried so much, they tried so hard. And do you know how the dogs will sniff and snuff? How the dogs sniff? They used to do, no? So that's what the dogs do. And after a long try, they are leaving the hole without getting anything. So the dogs have not got their dinner. Okay, so the wild dogs ran away from the pit. And the next event is we find we come to know that monsoon rains pour 3 days and 3 nights. For 3 days and 3 nights, monsoon rains poured down so heavily. So the land now got wet. At the beginning, we found the land much dry. It was not fertile, it was not greenish. But now, after 3 days of heavy downpour, the land becomes wet and the land becomes moist and the land has a good smell. Okay, so the hole which the wild boar and the little bird lived, it becomes a becomes a watering hole. It becomes a watering hole, and the next thing is that the buffaloes frequently come and play in the watering hole. and they made the watering hole into a muddy place. So it is muddy now, and the place is muddy now. Okay, so it becomes a picnic spot for the buffaloes. And now the place is so cool, right? So cool, and it looks so fertile, so greenish everywhere. So the people who are living there, they are very happy. They gathered round the hole. They gathered round the hole, and there's a farmer there. Okay, it is his land. That particular part of land is his. Is the farmer's land, the poor farmer's land. At the time of summer, during summer, the farmer works so hard to bring water for his crops. To water his crops, he works so hard. Finally, on seeing this fertile land, the farmer feels very happy. He forgets his tiredness. He forgets his tiredness. He feels so happy seeing the greenish color of the grass, light green color of the grasses. He feels so happy, and he runs to his house. He goes to his house much faster and tells his wife to bring the village priest and bless the farm. Okay. So as mentioned, the village priest comes to the land and blesses their fortune. He chants some prayers which the village people couldn't even understand. Okay. And the people soon gathered there. They are all coming there to see this wonder. Okay. Finally, a rich farmer comes there. He is also from that village only. He comes there. He comes there with a sad face because nobody informed him about this fortune, about this good thing. So he feels sad. Okay. The rich farmer now argues with the poor farmer, telling that it is his farm, it is his land. This fertile part of land is mine, not yours. Like that he is telling. Hearing this, the poor farmer is very much shocked. How can be this land be yours? How can this land be yours? Impossible. It is mine, he is telling. Again, the rich farmer is telling, it is mine. Like this, the rich farmer is arguing with the poor farmer. And the story is fully about the hole. How a small hole, a shallow, becomes a big, decent pond. That is all about the story. Okay. And now, as the author say, I will leave this question to you, dear students. Who owns the water? That is, to whom the water belongs. Water is actually, let me share my point of view. Water is a common property. Is it not? Yes, absolutely. Water is a common property and it belongs to everyone in this world. Okay. So that is all about our Unit 1 Prose. And thank you for listening to me with much patience. And please do subscribe my channel. Bye bye and thank you.